Okay, collective. I hope you guys are having a blessed, happy day. Okay. Um, if you're on my channel and you're a real supporter, really start supporting me because there are things that that come to mind that I will be making or whatever. And if you're legitimate with me or my real supporter, because my brands or whatever and items that I am making, women or men or whatever, if you're my real supporter, sometimes the things that I get on YouTube with, um, that I put on, I really don't be wanting to wear my own product. Um, what is the word that you use? Advertise or model my own products unless it's a cream or something of that nature. Now, I got a lot of old school remedies, all of that I can be giving out that I have known since I were younger, even living on the streets for them to work. And I literally have had to refer back to those items, guys, because I got off track and I stopped using them. And I had my other sister, well, one of my sisters are deceased and one of them she's alive. She lives out of Texas, and she talks so bad about you know, some of the remedies or whatever things that were used that I were inspired, well, that my mom used to make up, that she had me carry on with some of the routines, old remedies that actually work, even when I put my own little things together. I've known them to work. So if you're one of my real supporters, my son, him and his girlfriend was up last night, and they always call me for cooking ingredients and items, and I'm so proud of his girlfriend. She has lupus, and it's a lot for him to carry on, which she had it when they got together, and they've been dating. It's gonna be going on 2 years, and she's only 22 years old, and she's gonna need a kidney and all of that. And so how my son is and all of that, like, for the most, like, you know how, like, your looks will kind of change and your cheeks kind of get fat and your color and all of that when you're dealing with that issue. She does nails. She went to school to do hair and nails and all of that. And she's a strong little lady, but she has 2 kids. My son don't have any children, and I'm just so glad that my son is he try to act mean and hard and all that, and he do trip out sometime. Like, he pretty much will stand up for himself, because he basically was done like I was done when I was a child. You know, people will try to get over you. It's this story, get over on you and treat you in a way and act like they can disrespect you and act like they're big and badass and all of that. But you don't mistreat the innocent. That's all, because you will get the worst karma of your life. You don't mistreat an innocent person, and especially not an innocent person that really was showing real, true, genuine love for you and were given to you out of the kindness of their heart. That is the worst karma you would ever want to get back, because you're going to get karma, and when you get it, you're going to get all of that you did to that person back, including more. And that's bad karma, the worst karma you would ever want to experience. Now, listen, mind you, I got some new things coming out, but I was listening to one tarot reader. Now, all tarot readers is not bad. They may use their label as tarot readers, but they really not tarot readers, because in this world, to be a normal being, you're going to either be a prophet or a seer, or you're going to be, those gifts are attached to those names of labels. But whoever want to be whatever they want to call themselves, you can't be at odds with them, fight with them, and all that. God is working on everybody, and eventually they will see. You know, I'm not at liberty to judge anyone and tell them who they are, how they should move, how I should label them. No, I've learned to live free, because having boundaries with a person that have some other type of belief, when it all boiled down to it, the belief, if they're in their right alignment, the belief that they're claiming that they claim, it is the same belief that God had written from the time before. They just try to, you know, use it or make it seem like in a different way. But once you start digging deep, it all end up to be the same thing. And we ain't splitting anything, taking it this way, taking it to the left, taking it to the right, taking it nowhere. It is what it is, right? So, y'all, I really do need y'all to start donating. And like I say, I need to, you know, I'm going to move in another direction, but, you know, my tribe or whatever, I'm not going to tell any people over here how I'm moving or what I'm going to do, because if it's some people that's following me, that haven't been supporting me, that's been taking my items, using it, even pulling stuff from my energy to get a storyline, content, all that, they did the whammy on me. They demolished, tried to slaughter my energy. Like, I'm talking about, it was so many people, and they know darn well they was not supporting me. They know they did not care. They did not want me at the top, because everybody want to draw from me from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's wanting to be on the top, they want to pull from the bottom and pull from me. You know what I'm saying? So I got that. I got that. And I don't mind about people taking my items if you're genuine and you have true loyalty and love for me. Don't ever get it wrong by me lashing out and all that. No, 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 no. I know what you're doing when you're doing it. So then we got a problem because I know that you did it. It's a lot of things I put out. People went and things I wrote, they went and got it tattooed on them. Everything. They didn't get it from nobody but me because those lyrics and things like that, they came from back in the gap. I'm talking about the wee gap. And you had to be there to even get that or whatever. And wasn't nobody there but me. That was my walk. That was my talk. You know what I'm saying? So I know that it was a part of mine. You know what I'm saying? It's not, no. Yes, all of us can come up with, we could think of some of the same things and same lyrics at times or whatever, but this that I came with, no. These were things that I had way from back in the day implanted in me. I was saying this stuff way when I was younger and I wasn't seeing nobody else say it. Just like perpetrating the fraud, that was one of my words when I was younger. Lonely but sure, what people fail to realize, perpetrate the fraud is really an offense. It's really written. You understand me? But that was something that you ain't just every day just gonna hear somebody, oh, you perpetrating the fraud, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my words. This is what I'm telling you. I'm giving out things that's been implanted in me since the time before. Since a past life. These are things I was doing when I was younger. Why people try to make you look slow and you this and you that and you all of that. Yeah. People can be born or whatever, but maybe, you know, things jump generations as well. Like my mother was incompetent. Her intellectual ability was, and I see where some of that jumped off on some of our kids. Now, they would look at me and tell me, but because the way I've acted or the way people have perceived me or never given me the chance to operate in the person that I truly am, or they try to degrade me or discredit me or make me look like someone that I'm not. They cover up the fact of me having this type of wisdom and knowledge inside of me. So they would try to cover it to try to make it look like, or try to put it off on somebody else to make them look like they are this grand leader, or they are the person with all of the, you know, things and all of this nature. No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay. So I would like for, because I still need to get, I don't care who done written a book before me. This is my book. This is my story. I still got to get my book out there or whatever. I be needing support and all of that. Like I say, over here, over there, everywhere, people been take. That's the worst thing you could do, is backstab, betray an innocent person. For number one, they didn't do nothing to you, but you're mad because you took from them. For number two, you want to make their items look like they're yours to make you look bigger, when you should do the right thing if you say you're so divine. You're divine. You're divine like that. So, you know, people are secretly like, they got this phone tapped. They was stealing my stuff. They steal my rhymes. They steal all of that. They got a projector where they can put all my stuff up and people can start, you know, operating from it before, you know, so it can make it look like, oh, no, this is not where that came from. No, it's somebody behind the scene as well. It's also people hacked here in this city, but they did too much. But they better enjoy it. I'm telling you that, because I'm getting rid of all this stuff. And I mean, this is for real, for real. They won't be able to, no. I'm not accepting anybody come and try to, you know what I'm saying? You know, God meant for it to be like that, to show me the snakes, the thieves, the robbers, the illegitimate people, the fraudulence, the perpetrators, the, you know what I'm saying? Like the jealous hearted, the envy. He did all of this. This was meant to happen like this. There's no reason I should dwell on it anymore, because God already taught and showed me. Now it's for me to perceive with caution. Okay? Perceive with caution. Okay? Collective. So, like I say, and what I was speaking on, if you guys are legitimate with me, you guys, I will be able to send y'all a copy, not a copy, you know, my brand, my items, and y'all could advertise them for me or whatever. And bam, that way you get you a free whatever it is. And I get the satisfaction of them, or of you advertising it, and you giving them my email or my information to, you know, move forward. You know what I'm saying? It was just too much before, too much. And people were, I mean, woo. Listen, I ain't mad about nobody making no money, but don't do it like that. Like, at least have the heart. Don't just sit back and collect on that and not, like, sure, like, I don't care about nobody making nothing shake and move if their heart is right. I'm going to tell you that. I'm not jealous. I don't care. Do what you got to do, because God see everything, and he's going to bless me anyway. I may be down like this for, you know, but eventually God gonna give me that break that I need to get me to where I'm going. Okay. Long story short, yeah, y'all support my charity. You know it's gonna be somebody come and try to do something with their gig, but I'm also gonna double up every time somebody come with whatever they coming up. Not only that, I got on my page, and from where I've written from, and from what I did on other people's page on their videos, that's my receipt right there. All of my work is there. I can go through there, like I say, I'm, you know, when it come even to the celebrities or whatever, I don't want to act arrogant, nothing like that. Like, whatever you took or whatever you was getting at me with, fine. You can have it, but make no mistake. You're not going to go and take my items and go think and acting like you above someone. No. Stay, you know what I'm saying? Keep it copacetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay in your lane and let the arrogance or the effery or you trying to be prideful or act like you know what I'm saying, because you've been doing a certain thing longer than someone else. No, that other person probably got more that you don't got. We don't know why you're in this career field. We don't know why you doing what you're doing. You could have took everything you own from another individual. Now you're not going to cipher my energy like that and take what belongs to me and then make you something and then go try to think you better and all that. I just don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be fair. That's it. I don't have a problem with anybody. I don't care about how you do it. It's how you do it. You get me? So anyway, a lot of people that were in leadership, I'm going to tell you, God told me they started going through backlash. They started going through humiliation. They started going through all of that. They sit back and watched, not knowing me, not trying to get to know me, not, you know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying? Just going with the flow and even supporting me or whatever, because they didn't know me. But it didn't stop them from trying to belittle me, slander me, keep me at the bottom, wanted me to look under them and all that, doing things to stomp on me. It didn't stop them from doing those things. God said his chosen people, if they were seeing properly, they would have watched. But instead, they didn't want to lose some type of level of leverage that the world have lifted them up in or whatever, which was false anyway. It was like man-made or whatever. It wasn't spiritually. It wasn't from God. A lot of these people have items, money, whatever that man have blessed them to elevate in that they were never supposed to be in. And then when they were given, they did not give back. They did not give out into the world to keep the balance, to keep the world flowing as it should. Like a lot more poor people should not be being poor, because God have blessed enough people in his army to give unto the world and the children and everybody in the world, to help the world to not be poor and to not be in poverty and to not be living like they are living, because he used man to bless his certain people that did not operate properly for God. They took God's wealth and did what they wanted to do with it. And now they're having a great fall. Okay. So, then you got arrogant pastors. Yeah. Geno Jennings, he preached well, but God is still telling me that his self-righteousness is going to get him in trouble with God. Like he can't do that. You can't do that. Yes, God wants us to live in a manner to where it shows others, so others can latch on and walk the same walk, talk the same talk as us. But you can't be self-righteous. It's broken people here. And God is not saying to be that easygoing with people, but you have to operate out of love and show these people that it's not, listen, no one's judging you, but we got to clean this up. I'm not perfect. But we got to clean this up. We got to do this in another way. You can't be all out there, man. Like, these people are already hurt and they can't see. You got to go another way with this and let them know God is love. It's okay to let those defenses down and come out of that you're operating in, that shields you to make you think that you got to operate out of fear and be pleasing unto man. We don't have to please these people. We have to please God and ourselves. And long as God know your heart, but don't be out here being ugly. God is giving you time to grow and change your ways, because you'll get to your old age and it'll be very horrible, toxic, miserable. God will make it where you don't know where you're going to end up, man. And that's where your karma is going to be. And you're going to get everything back and some that you have put out into the world. We have to be careful, man. It's from the whites to the blacks. Man, y'all got to help me here, man. I'm telling y'all, I got to get up out of this city, man. These people, like, listen, I'm not, they a lie if they say I mistreated somebody. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but what right it give me to mistreat a person I don't know? What satisfaction is that gonna do for me? The worst karma you can receive is going and putting hoodoo, voodoo, witchcraft. You already jumped the gun as it is. Or even if someone paid you, you should have left that alone and kept moving. And even though your blessings were coming in slow, you should have been satisfied with just that. Because let me tell you something. It's one thing to not know a person and then allow a person to come to you and have you to misuse, abuse. By all means necessary, I was young, I was immature. Some of the ways of how I parented my kids, God had to show me that wasn't the right way. But I'm going to tell you something about my mother. My mother never really kept us, and she was incompetent, and she was all that. But my mother would not whoop kids. If my mother whooped a child, you had to really do something. Now, I'm going to tell you something now. You would get your ass whooped if you get your ass whooped and my mother is there and you let somebody beat you up. She's going to go get a switch. She's going to turn your ass up. And she didn't keep us. Like, it was sparingly at different times we would be with my mom. Like, or I would be with my mom from when I was little all the way, you know. And then as I got adult or whatever. But my mom always came around me and my kids. She always, if nobody else was close with my mom, it was me and my kids. My mom loved me to death, and she loved my kids. Okay. Regardless, and I went through a period of time from the age I was like 12 to I got about 21, and God